Here we are. We're on the test server. Now, this is going to be a bit weird. My light isn't even on. Oh, there we go. This is going to be a little weird because I'm actually filming this bit first. So, you know what? Maybe I'll even put this bit in the video first. I don't know. What's going on? My name is Sid. Welcome back. That's a sneak peek at what my tier 37 ended up looking like. I forget it's the tier 37 now. But today, we're going to be going into the newly rehandlinged rallycross cars. We got the Camero, we got the Ford. I believe they all have nitrochemist on them. Now, there is an issue here. It's 15 minutes until this server closes. And I hadn't done this because I was like, should I do it? Should I do it? And then by the time I realized, oh yeah, I should do it. It's now this time, you know? So here we are. We're going to try it out. We're going to see what's different. And then we're going to go back onto the older version of it. This does feel nice. But again, I don't know. I don't remember what these cars feel like on their older versions. I have played the other two cars. I've used the Ford and the Nissan, but I hadn't used this thing yet. And I'm using it now, and to be honest, I think it handles better than both of those two. They did say it's going to be category by category, and the time this is going to come in is, I believe, March 22nd, I want to say, which is weird. I think it's like 2 weeks in, or 1 week in, but it's a Tuesday. So I'm really confused about when this handling is coming in, you know? They don't do things on Tuesday. This, honestly, by the way, I will tell you, this thing's handling is by far the best of all of the three. I'll take this over to a rallycross track, and then, you know, I'll use the other two as well. I'll even do a direct comparison as well. So we've already used this thing. Let's switch over to the Ford. Pardon me. That thing definitely felt very good. I don't remember the Ford feeling very good at all. But honestly, I guess it kind of makes sense that if they did all have the same handling models, the Ford still wouldn't be that good. I mean, it's still kind of drifty, but it's got the sort of extra grip that the Lancer has, and that's really the comparison. Is the Lancer? Obviously, we're going to be comparing it back to its. Oh, that is very slidey. Oh, I don't know. I think one of the issues that someone brought up during this whole test server early recording thing was that sliding doesn't have enough forward momentum. I think the problem is that rallycross cars slide, and you know, but I think the problem with even that, okay, I'm mixing up my words, and even I'm confusing myself. Sliding in the game doesn't have enough forward momentum. You just slow down and near stop. But the problem is there's a really tight balance because you slide too much, and all of a sudden you've got Need for Speed. You know, where your car is never even facing forward. I don't think that's the handling they're going for. I think the crew's definitely going for more hyper arcade, extreme downforce, etc. See, now that there, I couldn't have done that turn much differently. I'm gonna go do that again, actually. It doesn't feel like I could have done that turn much differently. I don't know. I guess I was going way slower there, though. Maybe it's not pro setting. Okay, you know what? We'll hop in the Skyline, and then we'll go into a race, and I'm gonna turn my webcam off, and we'll actually get a direct comparison for this race. In fact, I'll let you watch this direct comparison, and then stick around after it for when I go back onto the other version of the game and test out these same cars over there. Right, so here we go. You can see on the right is the new handling, on the left is the old handling. One thing, for the new handling, I had a full nitrochemist set. I didn't for the old handling, so that will be a bit slower regardless. But to be honest, this is me talking after having played both. I genuinely think this is a massive improvement. I think you'll notice it as you see it. Especially in some of the later runs, like on the turnier tracks that I did for the other cars. The cars just turn so much better. And I think the whole thing is that before, when you would drift in one of the old handlings, when you would drift, the thing would really tighten the drift and finish the drift really early. These new ones have that balance between drifting and actually getting through the turn. They feel, and I mean this, they feel like driving the Lancer, the Evo, that is the best car in the rallycross spec, and I think that's perfect. I think they feel way closer to that than they do the old handling. And I think you should be able to see that. I do almost crash there in the new handling one. You know, we save it in the end. But you can see I'm just sort of spinning everywhere on the old handling. And definitely, like I said, you'll see it on the later ones. Also, the one you can hear is the new handling. That turn was bad there on the old handling. Just the one that I just did. Here, this turn that I'm doing on new handling, you see how simple that was. And then look at the understeer on the old handling. Almost, I did hit the thing. The understeer is that bad. That's one thing. The old handling understeers so much because, again, it feels like it fights against drifting, so you understeer, and then once it starts drifting, it loses all speed. These ones, the new handling doesn't do that. It has a balance between understeer, driving straight through a turn and drifting through a turn. And I think it's got a much better balance, like the Lancer. And let's go into the next one. I think it's the same story here with the Ford. Again, it just handles a lot better through the turns, and there's a lot more tighter turns here, so I think you'll see through this big gliding turn. I don't know if this is the first one that I do it on, but you'll see I just manage the drift so much easier on the new handling than the old one. The old one, I've gotten halfway through the drift, and then I need to turn even tighter, and then I've turned too tight, and then I've hit the wall. On the new handling, although through some of the turns I do hit the wall on the outside, you just see it's just so much smoother. I'm not having to wiggle my way through the turns. And I really think this is a massive improvement. Of course, this update goes live on the 22nd, which is when you'll be able to tell me what you boys think, but for now, here it is. Now, one thing you may say is that they're a bit too drifty. Like, you may think that, yeah, the car's way too drifty. But if you really think about it, the Lancer, and I noticed this later into the video after this section, because of course, this is me in editing talking right now, but I noticed this after well, you'll see me notice this after. The Lancer without pro settings handles very similar to the new handling. Why? Obviously because it is the new handling. But yes, it handles a lot more like those cars. It has the same level of drifting through the turns, but in a way where it's a perfect drift instead of a spinning out drift and a slow drift like it is on the old handling. And obviously the Nitro Chemist, you could bring that up because the new handling, I'm using Nitro Chem. I'm not really using that through turns. Maybe I'm getting myself out of a turn with it, but not in the turns. I'm obviously accelerating a lot quicker out of the turns, though, so I can see if that's your point. And let's go on to the Camaro now. And here we are on the last one, the Camaro. Now, like I said, I think this one felt like the best of the three. But again, it's going to be interesting to see what comes out meta. Will the Lancer still be the new meta? Or will the fact that it now has the same handling as every other car, will the Lancer and Escalade, the current best rallycross cars, not be the best anymore? I think this has really done a number on me because I planned to do a best car in every spec guide. But now that's probably going to change. One of the other specs to see this soon is Rally Raid, I believe. But they're going on a spec-by-spec basis. I wonder if on the 22nd, I don't know if it was said, I think we are going to be getting both. We're going to be getting all of the Rallycross spec. I don't know if these are just the cards we're getting. I think we're getting the whole Rallycross spec. Hopefully. I would say hopefully. Now, with some of the turns on this one, you can really see me struggle on the old handling. I'm going too tight, I'm going too wide. Again, the new handling is just such a nice feeling balance. It just feels like if you know how the handling works, you can really just make every turn very nicely. Okay, that was a bad example. I say that just as I go through a turn that I completely mess up. But like this, see? Nailed that one. What do we do on old handling? Never mind, I have no idea where that turn comes up on old handling. And there we go. Oh, damn it. Okay, so you just saw there, I was just about to try out the Lancia. This is just after the... I've done the good, well, the updated side of the comparisons you just saw. So I guess I'm gonna go into the main version of the game and bloody buy that there, unprocessing it, try that out, then film the other side of the thing, which you won't have to see because you already saw that. But I'm gonna talk about it and play with the things first as well. Okay, so let's buy these cars. So this was one. This was one of them. Then we need the Ford Focus. Now, I really hope I notice these things being bad. What I really want, because remember, this is the main game that I'm playing on right now. I need this thing to be just terrible. Just lousy. You know, I need to be like, this thing stinks. Okay, do I already have the Ford Focus? No, I don't. Okay, but I might have the, Skyline. I don't know. Let's look. There we go. Skyline is bought as well. Okay. Ooh, okay. Now, let's drive out in these and see what we feel. Now, I just drove in this one a lot. Okay, okay, please. I feel like it's kind of different. I don't know. You boys would have already seen the comparisons, the direct comparisons. Oh, right. Yeah, parts. Okay, parts. Wait, do I not have maxed out Nitro Chemist parts on Rallycross? I don't believe I do. Okay, well, we're going with just normal Nitro Chemist parts. Here we are. Oh, okay. Huh. Oh, whoa. Why did that feel a lot better than what it was before? Or after? Okay, that's a little bit of understeer, never mind. You know what? You would have already seen this in the comparison, so I'm gonna have to play it again. But I'm gonna try it out in Temecula Wenares. Is it special stage, or is it just... Is there not one that's just Temecula Wenares? Is it special stage? I think it's... Okay, special stage. I'm gonna try it out myself in that to get a good gauge. Because I don't know. This thing feels worse, I want to say. Oh, no. Maybe I did that thing in the Skyline. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, okay, it was the Skyline in Temecula Wenares. And it's raining too. That's always fun. Okay. Guess we're gonna feel this thing out a little bit. Now, obviously, the straight line doesn't help, and the no Nitro Chemist doesn't help either. But here we go, some turns. Now, neither are pro-sanged. Ah, does that not look better? I don't know. I have to brake a lot more, which is one thing. Spoiler, I mean, I say spoiler, you already know this. It's not better. I'm placeboing myself outrageously here. It is most definitely not better. Maybe I have to try out the Lancer, because the Lancer is the best rallycross car. So, okay, please, okay. The Lancer is the best rallycross car, so that thing would definitely have the, however that thing handles is probably the best, because it is the best. Oh, ooh. Those were terrible brakes. Okay. This thing definitely feels a lot more stiff. I think I mistook stiff for better. I don't know, because I think it just sort of... I don't know. Okay, okay, please. There we go. This thing really has to fight to turn. I think the new things sort of allow the area to drift. These things don't. These things either turn, or spin out. I think the other things sort of have a balance between turning and drifting, you know, or sliding, I suppose. Like that. I just sort of went round that turn, but then it just decided no. It decided, no, Sid, you're not going around that turn. And I mean, what can I say? Okay, this thing definitely feels a lot bulkier, a lot harder to, like, shove around the turns. I'm definitely noticing having a lot more difficulty trying to play this event. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, no. Okay, so I am kind of feeling it is a bit better. Okay, maybe, kind of, hopefully. As in the other one, obviously this is going to be worse because this is in the main game. Mud everywhere. Win rallycross events. Sweet. I completely ditched my series of doing the, getting the tier 49 in one day because, I mean, I just couldn't be bothered with this, these two tier 49s. Let's try the Lancer. Let me drive around the Lancer and feel which set of cars it feels more familiar to. Because I think then we'll kind of know what it's going for. This doesn't have pro settings on it, does it? That's what I want to see. It does. We're going to get... That's the map. See, now that is the map. There we go. Okay, so this thing kind of slides a little bit as well. Huh. That's actually kind of promising. That is... Ooh, okay, now I see it. So the other ones, the older handling models, the one in the main game that aren't the newer cars, like oh, that is just like the... Okay, so I'm seeing it now. So... Although it does feel like it spins out a little bit, that's just rallycross. That is just rallycross. The older handling model is way more stiff, and either you brake really hard and slug it through the turns, or you spin out because you turned too much without braking. These ones seem to really get a balance between spinning out and turning, I think, and using more drifting, I suppose. This thing is terrible without pro settings, by the way. But yeah, I assume with pro settings, that's just what cleans it up. And I mean, if they're both the same without pro settings, I assume it's a similar thing with. If anything, I'm finding the Lancer more annoying to use right now. I'm finding it way worse to use. Oh, okay. So that's the revelation. I had it, finally. Okay, sweet. You know what? I get it now. Okay. Honestly, I think I'm kind of happy with this now. I am actually, obviously, I know the order that I did this is completely all over the place. The order is shocking, but that's mostly on my part because I waited so late to film this video because I didn't know if I wanted to. I didn't even end up doing a video on the summit or anything like that. I've still got other videos to come out. I've already filmed every video. This was my last video I filmed, but, you know, it definitely... Order made it feel a bit weird, but that means that my revelation was very late into it. Okay. I'm kind of looking forward to this. This comes out, obviously, March 22nd, I believe. I'm going to give a gander to their Twitter again, just to check when. Yeah, starting March 22nd, which, weirdly enough, is, like, it's a Tuesday, you know? The update drops this week, and then it's... I don't know. It's a weird time. I'm confused. I'm looking forward to it. And boys, again, once the 22nd comes around, let me know what you boys think of the new handling. Thank you, boys, so much for watching. Thank you to popular members, a special thank you to famous members, an insane thank you to icon member for the love of life. That's about it from me. In a bit.
My heart spills, so I'm cleaning up a mess, yeah. Gotta go to church, feel the demons at my neck, yeah. When I'm on a pill, I be feeling like I'm blessed, it's a curse. When I'm on the drugs, I'm the worst, shawty. Tell me how it feels, tell me does it hurt. Tell me if it's wrong when I'm lifting up your shirt, shawty. Tell me if it's real, or would you leave me in the dirt?